Thanks to IFL TV, I have fully up to date on all matters Klitschko versus Fury with the press conference that's gone on today. Before I get into that, before I briefly talk over it, news is on Twitter that it appears this fight is heading towards Sky PPV. Apparently Sky Sports News were at the press conference. Adam Smith from Sky was there. Tyson Fury was interviewed on Sky. There was no sign of Frank Warren. It looks like this fight is moving away from Box Nation and onto Sky Sports pay-per-view. I haven't seen it officially confirmed. I haven't seen it officially announced by Sky, but everything appears to be moving in that direction. If that does prove to be the case, you know, it's a massive blow for Frank Warren and Box Nation. Let's be honest, they've built their year not only around this, but also around Billy Joe Saunders versus Chris Eubank Jr. too. And to have both of those fights fall out, it's a real hammer blow to the company. It's a massive win for Eddie Hearn if he gets this on Sky pay-per-view. You know, he's had a tough year. No Carl Frost pay-per-view. No Kell Brook Amir Khan. No Carl Frampton versus Scott Quigg. No James DeGale versus George Groves. But if he manages to pull this out of the bag and get this on Sky Sports pay-per-view, you know, between Mayweather Pacquiao, between Klitschko Fury, he's got two mega shows that he hasn't even had to organise himself. So fair play to those guys. They'll be absolutely delighted to get this fight. You know, obviously it's going to cause a bit of upset that people are going to have to sell out, you know, their £15, their £20 to watch it. In my opinion, this is a fight that I'd certainly be very, very happy to pay pay-per-view for, regardless of the undercard. Now, onto the actual pay-per-view itself. Initially started off a fairly drab affair. A lot of the conversation was in German, which probably doesn't help for us British viewers. Fury came out, initially quite quiet, quite respectful, you know, said Vlad's a great champ, they shook hands, etc. Then Fury really seemed to liven up a bit. You know, said Wladimir was boring, he had less charisma than Fury's underpants. He said that this clit is going to get licked, pointing at Wladimir Klitschko. You know, he was really, really heating up and saying what he's going to do to Wladimir and how easy it was going to be. Tyson Fury, to me, he looked calm, he looked relaxed, he looked determined. He looked big, but he didn't actually look in terrible shape. You know, he looked to be fitter than that now famous photo he put up on Twitter where apparently he weighed 23 stone. I did notice, as I'm sure everyone did, that he appeared to be drinking a bottle of beer in his interview with IFL TV after the press conference, where he made reference to going out and getting drunk on the weekend to watch his cousin Hughie for a fight. So perhaps there's still some questions about how seriously he's taking this fight, although I guess you could say conversely he's just playing to the cameras. Now, what I thought was relevant from this, you know, very good banter, lots of fun, lots of games, lots of laughter in the press conference. You know, I'd watch it for the sheer WWE value. What was relevant was the size difference between the two men. Now, Tyson Fury was definitely taller than Wladimir, and the difference was pronounced. Funnily enough, in all honesty, I thought the difference may be slightly more pronounced. I thought Tyson Fury would have been quite considerably taller than Wladimir, where to my eye it looked that he was maybe 2 inches taller. But when I talk about size difference, I'm not just talking about height. For me, Fury appeared to be the physically bigger man. Now, during the press conference, he actually said to Wladimir, "Look at you, you're not even a real heavyweight. If you weren't training hard, I bet you wouldn't even be 200 pounds. And I must say, in comparison to Fury, Wladimir Klitschko did look slender, he did look lean. Now, I know that's probably because Tyson Fury's been drinking one too many Guinnesses, but seriously, I'm not just talking about a bit of belly fat and a bit of puppy fat, if you like. If you looked at the two men's shoulders, arms, chests, back, I mean, not only taller, but Tyson Fury just appeared to be the physically stronger, physically bigger man. And I think that is very relevant when you look at Wladimir Klitschko and you talk about the fact that Wladimir Klitschko's got that jab and grab style. I think that is relevant, because if you've got someone who relies on jab and grab, yet they're being jabbed from longer range and they're up against a much bigger, more powerfully built opponent when they try and grab, it could potentially take them completely away from their game plan. Now, I've seen photos of Anthony Joshua and Wladimir Klitschko next to each other, and to me, Klitschko's looked a lot physically bigger, so I was pleasantly surprised how sort of strong and, how just sort of wide and broad and, Tyson looked next to Klitschko. I don't think Wladimir's going to find it easy to hold him and to wrestle with him like he's done with some of the smaller opponents he's been in with. So I thought that was relevant. Fury looks like he's ready to go. He didn't look like he was nervous on the big occasion to my eyes. So yeah, I'm excited to see this one. Press conference has got me seriously pumped. And please stay tuned to my channel, because I'll be covering this one all the way through. Thanks very much for watching.